Hello, I'm Laura. It's Tuesday, August 19th, 2025, and these are today's Heartlines. In the news today, there are many important unfolding stories, and we will get to a couple of them later this week. But for today, with the theme of back to school, I decided to address something dear to my heart. You may guess what it is with the background you see on so many of my videos. It is books. And while they haven't been in the headlines lately, there is still something happening in the United States and in other areas of the world that is important to address from the heart. And that is the banning of books in public places, in schools and in libraries around this country and perhaps in other places around the world. And the concern is to provide literature for our children that helps to build who they are as successful human beings who love themselves and others. So with that motivation, we can also look at how important it is to provide the information that gives us a sense of our wholeness in our humanity, the ups and the downs, the mistakes and the forgiveness that can follow. And so I am looking at that subject of banning books. You see, some of the most precious and classic books have been banned, like The Catcher in the Rye and To Kill a Mockingbird, The Grapes of Wrath, Brave New World, even Harry Potter. And how we can respond is not with anger and hatred, but in keeping those books available to people as much as possible. Many people may not be aware of the Library Association's Bill of Rights that was created in 1939 in response to the banning of books that were happening in the world back then. And I'm just going to read to you 3 points from it. The first point is books and other library resources should be provided for the interest, information, and enlightenment of all people of the community the library serves. Materials should not be excluded because of the origin, background, or views of those contributing to their creation. The second point, libraries should provide materials and information presenting all points of view on current and historical issues. Materials should not be proscribed or removed because of partisan or doctrinal disapproval. And point 3, libraries should challenge censorship in the fulfillment of their responsibility to provide information and enlightenment. And there are many libraries in the United States challenging this censorship by making banned books available through electronic means and encouraging people to find books on their own. And parents who want to enlighten their children through these books are able to do so if they have the motivation and seek out these books to share with their children. So there are ways to work around the attempt to ban books and to suppress our own freedom of information and intellect. And I don't mean this as a political point of view, because whatever our position on the political scale, we need to know about ourselves and about each other. And if there are things in our past that we do not want to look at or want our children knowing, let us understand that these things cannot be forgiven until they are faced. And so we are going to begin that track of compassion for others, of providing that freedom for ourselves and others with a moment of prayer and with a very special statement. So let's take a deep breath and close our eyes and focus on this thought. I am free to discover more of who I am. I am free to forgive the mistakes of the past. And I am free to join others in creating a world that works for all. And so it is. The other day, as I was traveling home, in fact, a couple weeks ago now, and walking through the mall that was part of the airport in Minneapolis, I saw a window display of banned books with the bookstore that was there. You see, we still have that freedom. If we know it's there, we can find it, and we can find the literature that supports us in knowing more of who we are and who others are, who may be a little nervous about so much information. And perhaps with compassion, we can learn and grow together. So thank you for joining me in freedom and compassion today as we discover more of who we are as individuals and as a divinely created humanity. Have a wonderful day.